Alrighty, I've decided to add something. You're not going to like everything you see on this, but you don't have to because it's not yours. If you're in a situation like me where you can afford to buy a P1S but want a P1P and that $100 is just a no-go, but you have time and parts laying around like I do, here's a couple of ideas. And even if you have a regular one, Bambu Labs P1P or X1, there's one modification to consider, and that is having the power supply back here and having to turn it on all the time is quite frankly dumb and annoying. So you have an option. You can either reach back there every single time you want to start it, or put it on some kind of power strip which you have to reach and turn it on, or you can print a bracket and reroute the power over here, which is what I've done. Now, I won't show it because if you're not technical, you shouldn't be doing this at all. Turn it on, leave it on. Inside the panel, the power wires that go to that switch are hooked on, with regular ends. They're not soldered on or something like that. That's non-removable. They're actually removable. So you can take the one. You can take that one that goes to the power to make it turn on off, and you can insert your own on it and route it around the machine or however you want to do it to that switch, and then route it back so that you can just leave this on and then come over here whenever you want and turn it on. So that's kind of nice. And considering I'm putting it down there, I can't leave it on the table because it makes my other printer shake too much. So considering I'm putting it down there, that's even better because I don't have to reach behind it all the time. And then a lot of people are putting like auxiliary fans on the P1P to make it like a P1S. That's kind of what this switch does. More than just power, it also has another set of prongs on the back of it to turn on the fan that I have on the ECU. You can hear it. That's the fan I have blowing on the ECU. Exactly. I don't have money, but I have stuff laying around and parts. So I put that on there so it comes on the instant you turn it on. And then this one is the one I have on the chamber cooling fan. So yeah, and see, that's the other thing. Both of these fans are 12 volt. They're not wired into the board of the P1P because they have to be 5 volt, and then by putting all that extra stuff on there, you are drawing more power through the circuit board. And one, I don't really like that because I just don't. And then two, I don't have, like I said, I don't have 5 volt fans, and I don't have money. So I have 12 volt fans that I've taken out of computers though. So this is, and then that's one of the computer fans, 12 volt. And then on top of that, at some point, should I be able to afford it, I'd like to be able to get the AMS that goes on top of it, which means anything that I do to this has to be removable without voiding my warranty or anything. And so far, nothing is. Like even the bolt holes and the wires that go through, they go through existing holes already. Like that bracket's held on by a bolt here and a bolt here, and then the wires go through the frame that holes that are already here. I just had to drill out my aftermarket plastic. Well, I printed that, so it didn't really matter. And then I have the wires running around and down through existing holes. And then, like I said, everything has to be removable. That way it doesn't void my warranty, and so that I can modify it later. So here's the computer fan. Like I said, it's not permanently wired on. That way, when I get the AMS, I can move it, because I do believe that AMS has something to do with back here, or mouse back here, but I don't know. I'll find out when I get it, if I get it. And then second of all, I need to be able to maintenance it. So there's the other fan. You can see it through there. It's actually just sitting in there. There's a big enough gap in there that it's just sitting there. Now, I couldn't put the last bolt in because it's pushing on my poop chute just a little bit. But that's okay because it's sitting in there, and yeah, you can feel the air moving. It's like that's a heck of a fan. And then, like I said, not wanting to damage anything, I just ran the wires through the grate. That way nothing's damaged. Yeah, it looks kind of trashy, but nothing's damaged, and it doesn't void my warranty. And then because I don't have I don't have You could also splice into the power here and do a 120 volt AC to DC to power all this, but I don't actually have one of those circuit boards laying around yet. So instead, I'm using a power supply that's just hanging on. Yeah, it's low rent. It doesn't look very good, but it works. This provides 12 volts for both of those fans, and I can turn this one on whenever I feel like I need to. So just an idea for people. The main one people might actually want is the rerouting. That goes up, comes over, goes up, and then goes over, and then goes out. So that's just a thought. I don't know why they couldn't put the power switch like right here or something. Considering you can run the power around. I mean, considering you run lines around, it doesn't make any sense why the power switch is back there. So whatever. Just there's my P1P. There's my P1PS thing. I have a glass lid for it. I just have to pick it up and move it around. But there you go. Just an idea.